Welcome to the exciting and new Minipod. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Brian.
Welcome back, everybody. We're in the exciting and new studios, and we're about to start another mini. What do we got this week? Anybody have anything real important that they want to discuss? I don't have anything exciting, not important, I guess, but more exciting and new that they'd like to add that they've been watching or not want to watch.
I have to look up what it was I watched.
Of course.
You don't have the name?
I totally forgot what it was.
He totally forgot the name that he just remembered upstairs.
Yes.
But didn't say it, so that's why we don't know what it is.
No.
I watched two rock documentaries over the weekend.
Two rock
both
documentaries.
on Amazon
okay.
Prime. One's the Randy Rhoads documentary. I don't even know what it's called. It might be called the Randy Rhoads documentary. Randy Rhoads was, of course, the guitar player for Quiet Riot, founded Quiet Riot, and then was Ozzy's guitar player on the first two Ozzy solo albums. And it's all right. It's the quality of the videos are obviously terrible because Quiet Riot was an unknown band in the 70s, and all the videos are taken from most of their live performances. Most of the guys that were in Quiet Riot, the original lineup, are dead, so there's not a lot of new
I think there's
interviews.
one original member left.
Like in the Ozzy material is all the videos of Ozzy are all way old, like they're from the 80s or something like that. So I would have rather them do a little updated stuff, but it was fine. If you like Randy Rhoads, you'll like it. The other one I watched was Can't Stand Losing You, the police documentary.
Oh, so you did watch the one I sent to you.
Yeah, it's really the Andy Summers documentary. Andy Summers wrote a book.
Based on his book, right?
And it's kind of like, I mean, it definitely goes into the history of the police. They show clips of them when they first started playing. So it is a police retrospective, but then
they came to like fisticuffs and stuff and everything like that.
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's amazing they made 5 albums because they were breaking up from like the day they met. It's crazy how, especially Sting and Stuart Copeland, those guys. I'm sure they love each other, but they hate each other too. But then halfway through the documentary, kind of turns to Andy Summers' current passions. Like he's big into like photography, and he had a show.
He doesn't do music or anything.
He did. I mean, like this came out probably right when the Police reunited, like 2008. They did that big world tour when they reunited. So they show a lot of those clips. It was good. I'm sure
better than Randy Rhoads one,
probably, but the quality was better too. And they have new interviews from all the guys. Yeah. So I think just because it looked more modern, it looked more professional. The Randy Rhoads one was very unprofessional looking. Yeah. And they got Tommy Gunn from LA Guns to be the narrator.
That was a strange.
Oh man, and he could care less about it. He was just like, and then Randy left Quiet Riot and joined Ozzy's band. I was like, wow, really, man? Thanks for that. You know.
Well, from the looks of it, it looks like he is not even close to knowing what he watched.
Oh no, I found it.
Okay, because he was scrolling through that phone like there was no tomorrow. But I was just going to say I watched a sport documentary I was going to bring up real quick. John McEnroe documentary on Netflix. It's just called McEnroe. Or excuse me, it's on Hulu. McEnroe. Decent. He was quite a character in the late 70s, 80s. Had a pretty wild lifestyle. It was interesting. It was a fun little documentary. It's only a one-parter, which made it even better.
Always good. So, yeah, both these Randy Rhoads and Police one were one-parters too.
Yeah. So I recommend that if you're into like any kind of like sport, even even if you're not really into sports or into tennis that much.
Was he involved? Like, is he interviewed and stuff like that?
He's interviewed
like
throughout
currently
it.
interviewed?
Currently interviewed throughout it. The whole thing. They talked to Patti Smith.
I was going to say, did they get like Patti Smith or Tatum O'Neal? Did they Tatum O'Neal?
Tatum O'Neal, they talked to her. Yeah,
okay.
It's a very up to date and very modern. It was just done recently. You could tell. So
cool.
Pretty cool documentary. McEnroe on Hulu.
He narrates this teen sex romp series on Netflix.
Who, McEnroe?
McEnroe, yeah.
What?
Yeah. See,
and he would know it.
No, I have to
wait. Say what the show is that you know.
Okay,
so you don't lose that.
So if it turns out it's a series, I watched one episode.
You said it was a movie upstairs.
I thought it was a movie, but it's an episode in a series. The series is called Urban Myths. And
It sounds like one of those shows like it would be on like Spike.
Yes. 4 seasons on it, but I watched season 3, episode 2.
So you just watched a random episode?
Yeah, but it wasn't billed as like a series.
What did you watch this on?
On something.
So you had to
just
search it, right? That makes no sense.
No, I was watching for movies, and then I saw Jack McBrayer, and then this was on his scroll on like Amazon Prime.
Oh, this is that thing you were talking about, the Andy Warhol thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's the myth. Is the Warhol is the myth, and then that's probably just some actors they got to portray. The
show looks awesome, though. Like now, I'm going to go back and find it.
Honestly, sounds like something that would be on Spike TV
or Vice.
Let me see what it is on.
That's what the Artie doc was on.
That was the next thing I was going to talk about.
I didn't watch it yet.
There's 28 episodes
per season, or
Urban Myths.
Urban Myths. No, total.
Okay.
The only thing I see it on is Fubo. Fubo. What the hell is Fubo?
Oh, that's one of those free, like a Tubi.
That's
I don't know what it's on.
Well, great recommendation. Good job. What's the John McEnroe sex thing that you were talking about?
Maybe you have more information about that.
Look that up. It's something.
Andy, why don't you talk about that documentary?
So, Vice TV has been for years now running these. I think it started with Dark Side of the Ring, and then they did Dark Side of the 90s and Dark Side
I watched both. The Dark Side of the Ring's been really good. They've had some really good ones.
Dark Side of the 90s, I've caught a few here and there, and I don't know if there's a Dark Side of the. I don't know if there's any.
There was a 90s one. I saw a couple of decent episodes.
And now they're doing Dark Side of Comedy, I think it is. And I know the first episode was Dice, I think.
The first episode was Farley.
Oh, Farley.
Dice was in one of them. What's the third person?
I thought Artie's
one of them. There's a fourth.
Oh, okay.
There is.
Anyway, the Artie Lang one dropped last night, and I watched it. It's good. It's of the same quality as all of those. They get a lot of
Vice is decent.
They get a lot. I mean, they had Orlando Jones and some of the other people. Like I'm drawing a blank.
Harry Spears.
Yep, he's on there, and the chick that was on Mad TV,
who's in trouble as of right now. We just found out today. Harry Spears is in some serious trouble.
What did he do?
I don't have all the details.
Jumped in a tub with a child or something like that
to do some skit or sketch that he was filmed with Tiffany Haddish or something.
But anyway, the Artie Lang doc is good. I mean, they go through his whole career. I mean, it's an hour long. The one thing I always don't like about those, going back to the wrestling one, is where they kind of show the out of focus actor playing whoever it is. So there's a lot of shots of like.
Because obviously they couldn't show it because they don't have footage of it.
They show a lot of footage of actual Artie stuff, but then they'll just show like a fat guy kind of out of focus, looking in the mirror, like, contemplating suicide or
handing off his hand to buy drugs.
Yeah, so it's a lot of that stuff where they've got like actors acting through the documentary, which is I'm always kind of like, really, is that necessary? I'm not getting anything out of that stuff, but
but that's I guess to fill up some time.
As far as I know so much about Artie. I've read 3. Does he have 3 books now?
Roseanne Barr might be the 4th.
Oh yes, I saw some of that one. Yeah, because I saw the tail end of that
into my head
Roseanne as I Barr, was watching the Artie one because it ends with her like getting
that'd be a good one to watch too.
Show, but like I thought I knew everything about Artie. And there's some stuff in there that I did not know about. Okay, good, because
I'm going to watch it.
It's kind of like, like there's like a big event that happened during the Mad TV days. I was like, I'm sure he talked about this on Howard, but I don't remember ever talking about this on Howard. So
okay, nice. Yeah. I'll have to listen to that.
So it was good. I liked it.
I think we talked about this recently. I don't know if I think I brought it up as well, but Only Murders in the Building. I'm on season 2 right now. It's really good. So I'm going to re-recommend that. I think if you're not watching that, check that out. It's on season 2, and there is a season 3
forthcoming.
I
watched both seasons. It's very good.
I have that show now that Mac was on.
Oh, the McEnroe thing. Yeah.
It was called, it's still going. Never Have I Ever. And the IMDb description is the complicated life of a modern day first generation Indian American teenage girl inspired by Mindy Kaling's own childhood.
Oh, is Mindy like the producer or like the executive or the creative?
She must be a creative.
Oh, okay. I like her.
Executive
I like
producer.
Mindy.
It's a good show.
It's a
Maitrey
series.
Ramakrishnan, and I think that's how you say her
Yeah.
name. But she's the lead. She was in The Package. Did you ever see The Package on Netflix?
No.
That's a.
You laugh like we should have known.
No,
it,
he's laughing like
I'm thinking of the
he's
movie.
like it's a bunch of teenage girls. And
No.
like, yeah.
It's the long haired kid from
Get out of the car, long
from
hair.
Stranger Things.
The long-haired kid.
Yeah, the California kid from the pizza shop.
Oh yeah.
the-
Eugene, not Eugene.
The new guy this year,
Yeah,
the
the
Hawaiian
long-haired
kid.
kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of what his name
God,
was?
he had like a adjective
Fudge?
for his name. Yeah, he was
Pudding?
like Aloha, or what the hell was his name? That guy.
That guy, yeah. So
Why can't I think of what his
the
name
package is he cuts his penis off
Oh, for the
while
love
they're camping out in the middle of
was?
nowhere.
Is that what the package is?
And they lose it.
Spoiler alert.
And he gets medevaced out, and they have to find his penis, and then they have go on this road trip to get the penis to him so it can be sewed back on.
That sounds awesome.
It was a good
I'm
show.
out. Yeah, I definitely am out on that one.
It was very funny.
Was it? Oh, I got his name.
What is it?
Argyle.
Argyle. I said Aloha. I was in the vicinity. Oh man.
And when you go on Netflix to look for it, sometimes it doesn't say the name of the movie is the package, but it doesn't say the name of the movie. It's just an eggplant.
Okay.
You thought that doesn't sound is that's a recommendation from you?
I love that movie. I've seen it twice.
Still can't get him to watch Succession.
Yeah, it's because he's watching nonsense.
It's a good show.
So is Succession.
Speaking of nonsense, I know we've talked about these shows already before, but like
I like nonsense.
I have watched both episodes of the Lord of the Rings show, The Ring of Power. Dude, that show is great. It's so well done. The production value is through the roof.
Are you doing this
And
to
through the
rile
roof.
up Connor?
What's that?
You're doing this to rile up Connor?
No, you know what, man?
He already told them.
I don't get the hate for it, man. Listen,
I don't either.
Listen, if
I
they're
liked it a lot.
If they're,
I thought it was
if they're
great.
breaking with some kind of Tolkien book bullshit, man, guess what? 99% of the people watching this show don't even know who the fuck J.R.R. Tolkien is. So, like,
They get him mixed up with George R.R. Martin.
or
That's
Tolkien
true.
or Tolkien from South Park. They just don't. They don't care, man. No, like,
Yeah, that's
you-
right. There's an L in there.
You gatekeeping jerk offs, and listen, I am that gatekeeping jerk off when it comes to like Obi-Wan Kenobi fighting Darth Vader 7 times in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. But fuck that. That's important, man. Because I've
No, you're right.
listened to some podcasts about the the Ring of Power, and they're just speculating like who that guy that fell, the meteor guy, and like they're like it can't be Gandalf. Gandalf doesn't come around to the third age. I'm like, dude, nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit if that turned out to be Gandalf.
the only way people are giving a shit is if it is Gandalf or something of the.
They'll be like, "Oh my god, he's the guy from the movie that I like." Yeah,
that would
exactly.
get more
They're not
people
gonna
watching.
Say, they're
That's
not
true.
going to say, according to the Silmarillion,
If
he
you-
wasn't even in the.
If you look here, yeah, right here, it says so right here. You can't.
And I know that
But you're right. We're the same thing when it comes to Star Wars or when it
Star
comes
Wars,
to something
I will gatekeep. Nothing
Yeah.
else, I'll gatekeep. Star Trek, they can do whatever they want with Star Trek. Even Marvel, like I know a lot of people get their ass in a bunch about like how costumes don't look like they are from the comic. Or
We're going anti-Marvel today.
no,
with
I'm not
DC
anti-Marvel.
later.
Or like
No,
how
later.
certain characters are portrayed by I don't even know if it's like people of color or women. That in the comic it's something else, and they're like, that's not my blah blah blah. Whoever I'm trying, I can't think of an example right now, but I know a lot of people get all bent out of shape.
No, you're right.
Because I think Giancarlo Esposito is going to be Professor X, and there's going to be people that are like, that's not my Professor.
But
X.
Giancarlo Esposito, amazing actor in everything that you've seen him in
know,
recently.
but-
I mean,
That's true.
But
Professor
people still
X
have to give
in
him
the
crap.
comics
Yeah.
is white, so you can't have a guy that's not white.
And bald, and he's got luscious hair.
Oh, but
He had gray hair and Do the Right Thing. He had that big.
Does he have luscious hair? I'm trying to think. Like Gus Fring always has his hair so short,
it's like curly. That's what
I'm saying. If you look at his "Do the Right Thing" picture, you'll see a lot of hair there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm loving. I was going to say Lord of the Rings. What's it called? Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
I'm really
Power
enjoying
of the
it.
Rings? Why? I keep calling it the Power of the Rings. It's Rings of Power.
And Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, also excellent.
That was
3 episodes.
Another great episode. Yeah, I enjoyed. Did you see the 3rd episode?
Oh yeah.
The end was a little kind of like, I mean, Matt Smith runs like a mile and a half and not one arrow hits him, but whatever.
I'll suspend disbelief.
I will hand wave away all that because the episode was so good anyway. I mean, as it was happening, I was kind of like, is no one going to hit this guy?
The acting is just really well. Yep. I mean, the writing's done, and it's been some really, really nice special effects, I would say, with the dragons. And
you can just tell where they're putting all these pieces on the board, and eventually it's all going to, it's going to be a whole lot of craziness soon. Like, I think next week's episode 4, is that halfway? Is it?
No, I think it's 10.
10? Okay.
I want to say it's 10.
Yeah, so.
I hope it's 10.
Well, I did hear that Ring of Power is going to be over and Game of Thrones is still going to be going on.
Oh.
Like, because they started later, but they're going to be done
like
sooner.
6 episodes or something.
I think Lord of the Rings is 8 episodes and maybe Game of Thrones is 10, or they released 2 on the same day. So.
Oh, okay.
Because House of the Dragon's already showing as 11 episodes.
11
that means 10. And it has the 11th episode showing that season 2. It's been picked up for season 2. That's what it's just showing that it's been picked up for season 2. But so what's it? Rings of Power, and that says that is Rings of Power. Are you sure it's Rings of Power? What's it called?
Rings of Power. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, there it is. It's under the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. That's how they had it.
And House of the Dragon is also Game of Thrones.
9 episodes.
House of
the Dragon.
9 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's 1 less episode, but they dropped 2 at the same time.
They dropped 2 to start.
So somehow.
So that
Game
gives
of
them,
Thrones probably got 1 more week.
7 weeks.
Yeah. And Game of Thrones still has 7 weeks too. But maybe it comes out before the day before. That
maybe they do another 2 episode thing.
They're Friday too. And Game of Thrones is Sunday, so they'll be out Friday and Game of Thrones.
They could be doing another 2 episode thing as well, but who knows?
Like Sandman dropped that extra episodes after it ended.
I don't know if I'm going to.
I got to get back
Sandman.
into that. I'm slowly getting through. I think I finished 4 episodes.
I'm through 4 as well, but I don't know if I want to go back. Like,
I'm not enjoying it. It's also nothing that I'm like,
it's not
I gotta go back and watch it.
It's not must see.
It's not must
It's
see.
basically 2 stories. So the first couple episodes are the first story, and the last couple are the second story.
Right.
Yeah, I heard like the 5th episode is like the most weird or out there episode or something like that. So I'll have to check it out.
I don't remember what happens in the end.
I'll probably end up finishing it just because.
I'll see. Right now I'm on the fence. I don't know if I'm going to or not. But.
And I'm trying to think if there was anything else I watched this week. It was so short a week, since we just did this Saturday.
No, didn't we do it Sunday?
We did do it Sunday. No, we did it Saturday.
Why
do I think
we had a 3-day
Sunday?
weekend?
What did we do Sunday? Nothing. We joked about doing Sunday. That's right. But
this Sunday, our 1-year anniversary, 9/11.
Something crazy happened. Adrian, happy birthday.
Butters, happy birthday.
Who's Butters?
From South Park. He's born on September 11th.
And everybody knows Butters. It's Butters.
So, this is our 1-year anniversary podcast. Enjoy.
1 year. But in that first year, we've gone from Love Boat podcast to a 40 years.
With some random movies in between there because we had no direction for a while.
We had a few.
We were in this basement saying, what are we going to do? We're at
everything was about 40 years old though that we did.
Yeah,
almost.
But we were watching the Super Bowl. Well, we were. Brian was probably going like, "What's going on that screen?"
I think Brian was like, "Did you try this dip?"
And we were saying we got to do something because that Super Bowl was when we decided we were going to do Police Academy.
Oh,
because we were going to do something else, and then we're like, "Oh no, let's do Police Academy." And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why Police Academy popped up for some reason, and boy, we didn't like it. I know that.
No,
it was not.
And then we did Clue, and then we did
Academy 2.
Police Academy 2 was better. Did we do a third, or then we just
can't
went
get
into
the mic to stay up? You notice it keeps falling down, right?
Yeah,
I keep trying to keep it. It's not staying up.
Jason can't keep it up.
But I don't know what's going on.
I think we should sing a theme song to every movie we do. And I am eating Raoul. Eating Raoul. It is Peter and Mary. Mary? I don't even remember her name now. It's Peter and Mary. Murdering swingers. Chopping them up to put in the stew. And here comes Raoul. Here comes Raoul. And I'm eating Raoul.
Just something like that. We're just spitballing.
I'll do one. Deep down in the swamp of Louisiana, we got a monster who kind of looks like the Hulk. And Adrienne Barbeau running in big, uncomfortable high heel boots. Constantly with the boots.
Oh,
with
hell.
the heels.
Oh, hell yeah. What's up? This is the first time I can sit up straight.
Now you're to blame for Jason's terrible posture.
Sorry.
I've been hunched over for the last year. Like, what?
It feels brighter over here all of a sudden, doesn't it?
These things are a little flimsy.
That's what's up here. There's light up here. I didn't realize there's
Is that
light
why
up
you're always
here.
having trouble reading? You're like, I can't. It's so dark down here. Down in the depths of
Hey, I've gotten
Mordor.
better with those new glasses.
Oh, those glasses are fresh. You look like Tony Stark. Yeah. Funky fresh.
Thank you.
Jeff Goldblum.
Thank
Jeff
you.
Goldblum. Yeah, because they look a lot like Jeff Goldblum and Tony Stark. What was I watching the other day? Oh. One last thing to recommend. And I was
He could tie it all in there. We'll put it around.
Yeah, I'll move it.
I
Flip it,
watched
smack it,
episode
flip it, rub it
1 of season 6 of Rick and Morty.
Oh.
Oh, I saw that just came back.
Yeah, it dropped on Sunday
And
night. Good. I mean, I liked it. I hated last season.
I didn't like last season
and
either.
I didn't even
4
finish last
Yeah,
season.
you know what? This starts as a cliffhanger
I
off the, and I'm like,
thought you fell.
I'm not even sure I know what's going on here because I don't think I finished the season.
now that you say it, I don't know if
So,
I finished.
Yeah, but it starts off with the family, obviously, and Rick does something I can't even remember now what he does, but he's going to try to merge all their universes together, and instead,
You had to be nervous there first. You're
Yeah,
like, I
okay.
watched season 6. I was like, starting something in season 6 of something?
season
Like
6
what?
of The Expanse. I got all the way through. No, but so Rick ends up putting all the people, all the family members in their original universes. And it turns out none of the family members that we've been following are from the same universe. So they all get split off. Like Morty gets sent back to his like Cronenberg universe. And so they're all trying to get back to being together.
back.
And, you know, it was fun. There were some laughy moments in it. I laughed a couple times,
All right,
which I
maybe
don't
I'll
think I
do,
did at all last season.
I'm not going to go back and try
Nah.
and watch season 5
And
if there was a cliffhanger.
I'm not
or
even
anything
sure
like
I'm
that.
recommending this. I just watched it and I was like, okay.
I might give season 6 a shot. Why not?
I mean, Rick and Morty for a while there was the
They were
best
great,
thing on
man.
television,
That was some
and then
fun-
it became the worst thing on television really
fast.
quick.
They had a bad season.
Yeah, that Voltron episode was fucking unwatchable. I think I turned that one off. I was like, no, not for me. And the train one, the plot train where they were like trying to break the plot devices. I was like, oh my God, you guys are so fucking meta. Stop being so fucking meta.
We won't have any of that on our season 2, which, by the way, season 2, or when we get into our next year, I guess is what we're really talking about. Not season 2, but 1983.
Oh,
That would be season 3.
well, how do we divide our seasons?
Well, first season was strictly Love Boat.
Oh, okay.
And then second season was when we started.
Okay, so
1982.
1983
1983
is when we
season
start our
3.
season 3, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so, but this is our 1 year anniversary we're speaking of.
Yeah.
now,
You can
so
also go
nothing-
by the year. So 23, season 3.
That works. I like that.
Uh-huh. It's deep, man.
Yes.
It's meta.
That is super meta. Super meta. Let's wrap this up. I got to get a beer.
He's got to get a beer, and we got to get ready for 1983 in a
1983,
few. Well,
that's
actually,
months.
we're going to get ready for our Halloween. So
Yeah.
have fun, kids. Pretty exciting, a new podcast, Minipod. You can catch us on all those crazy places. I'm not going to do it now. If you want to listen to us,
already
find
found
us. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Brian.